Welcome viewers, welcome to my channel Zing Fit. Hi, I'm Doel and I'm back with all of you this week to discuss about some commonly known food myths. The word myth suggests that those common ideas that we have are not exactly correct. Those common ideas about food which we hear day to day or maybe we follow day to day are not very correct. Today we will be discussing about a few of those myths and we will understand where they are wrong and what we should do to put us on the correct path. Stay put and listen to the entire video to break down the myths that you have harbored for so long. A very common myth that we hear about brown bread. My clients come and tell me, brown bread has got 0 calorie. It's wrong. Brown bread is made up of whole grain flour. In India, mainly made up of wheat, or sometimes it is a mixture of certain 2-3 flours. It's a whole grain flour, so it is good and high in fiber. Plus, please remember, it has got a good proportion of carbohydrate, but does not have the refined cereal of maida, which is present in our normal white bread. That means it is good to eat brown bread because it is rich in fiber, and fiber has manifold functions in our body like binding fat, relieving you from constipation, controlling your blood sugar level, controlling your hypertension, your cholesterol and several others. But it is very wrong to think that brown bread has 0 or no calorie. Absolutely not. Brown bread has got more fiber, but it definitely has the carbohydrate which is present in wheat. And if you intake brown bread more than required by thinking that it has no calorie, you are bound to increase your weight. Please remember that it is better to consume brown bread, provided you don't have a gluten allergy or anything, than white bread. But that does not mean that brown bread is calorie-less. Please get relieved of this myth. It is good to consume because of its high fiber content, but has got a good amount of calorie. So is applicable for the biscuits which are made from atta. Digestive biscuits and other atta biscuits. They are good to eat because they are high in fiber rather than the biscuits made from refined flour. But it does not mean that if you have them in ample amounts, you will not increase weight. You will increase weight because they do have the calorie of wheat, which is equivalent to rice. The only difference is they do not have they are rich in fiber and do not have the bad effects of refined flour. But apart from that, they are rich in calories. This is a very common myth. Listen to what I have said and accordingly adjust yourself for brown bread and atta biscuits. Another commonly known myth is a glass of warm water in the morning with honey will reduce your weight. Absolutely not. What is honey? Honey contains a lot of sugar along with certain vitamins, certain minerals, antioxidants, and has got certain anti-inflammatory, antibacterial functions. But please remember, the main constituent of honey is sugar, glucose. That is the main constituent. So if in the morning, in a glass of lukewarm water, you add a teaspoon of honey and a dash of lemon and drink it, and you think that you are going to go down on your weight, it's absolutely wrong. If you drink a glass of water with a teaspoon of sugar and a dash of lemon, will you go down on your weight? You won't. Rather, you will increase. Honey will have just the same effect. The only difference between honey and sugar is honey has got some naturally present antioxidants, vitamins, amino acids, but the main constituent is sugar. So it will cause increase in weight when consumed on a regular basis. So if you want to lose weight, you should ideally control your diet. Or if you want really to drink something in the morning, you can have a glass of soaked methi seed water. Soak a teaspoon of methi seeds in the night and sieve that water and drink that water on an empty stomach in the morning. You can drink a glass of lime honey water in the morning. Don't expect to lose weight with that. This is a very common myth which we come across. Break it off and understand what I told you about it. Another very common saying that we come across, not exactly a food myth, but yes, of course, related to food also. The myth that we come across here is, don't eat sugar, you will have diabetes. No, it's absolutely wrong. Please remember, diabetes has got a genetic bias, it has got a stress bias, it can have several other reasons also. But it does not happen if you consume too much of sweets or sugar. Yes, if you have diabetes, then you have to restrict the sugar intake in your diet. But don't you think that if you restrict sugar intake, you will not have diabetes. Consumption of excess sugar is not linked to an elevation of blood sugar in your blood. The elevation of blood sugar has got a strong genetic bias and also has got several other factors responsible like stress. So if you land up having diabetes, definitely restrict your sugar. Apart from that, there is no need to restrict your sugar because you feel you're going to have diabetes. Restriction of sugar does not prevent diabetes. Break this myth today. Another very common myth for you people who are non-vegetarian out there. Non-veg increases weight. No. Non-veg increases weight depending on the type of non-veg you're having. When you have fish, chicken, they do not increase your weight. Chicken, in fact, elevates your basal metabolic rate, helping you to lose weight. Fish has got loads of PUFA, polyunsaturated fatty acid, does not increase your weight. Weight increases when you consume non-veg like beef, mutton, pork, which are high in fat content. And also remember, prawn, which is considered as a fish, but is not a fish, of course, it's a crustacean, is also something which increases weight. Weight is also increased if you consume organ meats, that is, chicken liver, chicken kidney, chicken brain. But apart from that, chicken is a lean meat. You can safely consume it. It helps to elevate your basal metabolic rate. Also, fish is very good in PUFA, polyunsaturated fatty acids. It is a very wrong concept that is big fishes like rohu, bhetki, all these things will make you gain weight. Absolutely not. The fish oil present is polyunsaturated fatty acid. Extremely good for you and extremely good for your heart health. Rather, and the common concept of Bengalis that choto mach, small fishes, are very good and high in protein. It's not that at all. When you consume small fishes, the major portion goes away in its head, in the thorns it has. And the flesh portion is very less. So the total amount of protein consumed is absolutely negligible and does not help you. Taste-wise, you can consume. But when we are recommending a particular portion of protein in your diet, we will always recommend big fish. And I would always say that you should have big fishes like rohu, katla, petki, pomfret on a daily basis. You can have the small fishes as a side add-on, but it's absolutely wrong to think that they will give you a lot of proteins. It's absolutely not so. There are myths and myths and myths. Difficult for us to cover all of them in a single video. So the last myth we are going to discuss today is about jaggery or gur. The common thing is don't eat sugar. Sugar is harmful. Eat gur. It's wrong. Gur contains sucrose. It is in a complex form, but contains sucrose, and when you consume it, it elevates your blood sugar level. It is as harmful as sugar. Please remember, if you're not consuming sugar and consuming jaggery, you're not saving yourself from anything. It's as harmful as sugar. I am stressing on the point, as harmful as sugar. It is in a complex form, contains sucrose, which elevates your blood sugar level when you consume it. Many diabetic people, I have heard them saying, coming over to my clinic and saying, "Ami to good khai, chini khai na, amar sugar barbe na." Absolutely wrong. Please free yourself from these myths. Gur will increase your blood sugar just as sugar will. Only the time taken by gur is a little more because it is in the complex form, and sugar, being a monosaccharide, will increase your blood sugar level immediately. Please free yourself from these myths, as they are creating a lot of confusion and guiding you towards a wrong way. Today we discussed a few myths, but as I am telling you, there is no end to food myths. Maybe we'll come back one more day with another video discussing about a few more myths. I do hope I have been able to clear some of the confusion, some of the food myths that we have on a daily basis. Please don't fall a victim to these myths. They will cause harm, nothing else. There are many more myths. We can come back some other day and discuss a few of them. For today, I will be signing off. In the meantime, you can follow us on any of the social portals like Facebook, Twitter, Insta, Pinterest. You can contact me for any of the queries on our WhatsApp number, or you can see many of the details of the programs we have and of the services ZingFit provides in our website www.zingfitclinic.com. Today, it's Doel signing off, and I expect to come back again next week with something fresh, something new, something more invigorating and interesting for you. In the meantime, free yourself from the food myths. Stay happy, stay well, stay fit, and stay Zing.